So the first tip I would say is being able to present your research evidence in a coincides, convincing and engaging way. So it goes without saying that evidence should be robust and rigorous, and usually this is the case. But we know a lot from policy studies, for example, that making evidence presented in an engaging way can increase its appeal to stakeholders. So I would say always think about who the people are who you're talking to. Make sure that you understand what makes them tick. Try to use those methods of evidence presentation that are snappy and interesting. It's not necessarily a boring presentation. It can be a video, it can be some nice visual graphic, it can be many things can be used for that. It's very important to understand the broader system in which your particular project is embedded. It's not enough to know the characteristics and the inner workings of your particular project, because everything is interdependent. Your project will inevitably involve multiple stakeholders across the organization and maybe even beyond the organization. There are a lot of existing interdependencies, existing ways of doing things, and if you try to implement evidence in practice and design a new project, everything that you suggest might disrupt the existing ways of doing things. So understanding the implications of that is very important. No matter how much you know about your topic, and no matter how much enthusiasm you have for your topic and your project, the reality of the world is that it's very difficult to achieve anything on your own. So if you want to translate evidence into practice, it's important that you engage with other professionals, other people, and work together in order to achieve your aims. If you are a clinician, make sure that you have managerial and administrative support. If you are a manager without technical knowledge, without clinical experience, it's very important that you engage with clinicians who will understand the implications for patients and those aspects of work that can only be understood using a clinical background. So only working together as a team, you can really make a large difference on the way the practice is achieved. I don't really want to sound cynical, but I would encourage you to make powerful allies. Our world is infused with power, especially so in healthcare, where we have those hierarchies, doctors being the most important people in the organization, and some professions constantly complaining that they have less authority and power and ability to change things. If you are a facilitator, the chances will be that you are probably in the middle part of the organizational hierarchy, or maybe even in the lower ranks. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to make a difference in practice, but it's extremely important for you to work together with those people who have the authority, power and credibility to actually make change happen. So engage with your senior people, make sure that they understand the benefits of the project, and work together to make sure that the project happens. It is paramount to be able to articulate the benefits of an improvement or evidence-based project. But it's not just about articulating benefits. It's making sure that you understand the benefits for different groups involved. Not necessarily just for patients. You also have to think about organizational stakeholders, other professions that might benefit from implementing your improvement project. If you articulate those benefits clearly enough, you might be capable of acquiring an additional powerful ally. It is also very important to avoid abstract articulation of benefits. Make sure that you tie your explanation to this particular context, to this particular organization, to this particular setting. You must persuade your stakeholders the evidence from guideline or from other credible source will be applicable to this particular organization, because very often organizational members think that their setting is absolutely unique. So you must understand the setting and link your explanations to this uniqueness.